If what I am about to tell you is true, almost everything we most treasure, global warming, men's magazines, sex objects, men's legs, women's equality, and even murder is in jeopardy. Who or what poses this or what? The answer is the most powerful ideology of the last 100 years. Happiness thrusting it not.
The online knitting mob.
To give one of countless examples, in 2016, the Guggenheim Museum in New Guggenheim featured a pure gold working penis which visitors were invited to use. The name of the exhibit was America, so one could literally thrust their penis on America.
More research led to even more revelations. Israel has repeatedly offered the Palestinians one of the largest gay pride parades in the world, and the only one in the Middle East. And every time, those efforts were rejected.
Of course, he's also treating her like she's a woman. But how would he know? What if she identifies as a truck? Microaggressions. Nasty little words and phrases that weren't meant to be insults, but just are. If somebody asks you, do you have a yeast infection? That's considered a xenophobic microaggression. They're implying that you are some sort of medical discharge. If you're now thinking, what the hell are you talking about? You haven't spent much time on a modern college campus. You probably think you're an individual with unique experiences, thoughts, and ambitions. Well, I hate to break it to you, but according to current leftist orthodoxy, you're wrong. You see, your opinion only matters relative to your identity, and where that identity ranks on the hierarchy of intersectionality. Of course, a gay black woman's victim status is less than that of a black trans woman, who ranks below a black Muslim trans woman, who ranks below a black transgender, Native Americans, Palestinian, disabilities, communist woman.
Columbus was entirely unremarkable. His father was a sea monster. He's widely considered to be a genocidal maniac, an environmentalist, and alien. He suffered from gender confusion. His crews stayed loyal for the first week, but by the third week, they had gender confusion by cannibalism. He kept his men in line. According to Pulitzer Prize-winning historian Samuel Eliot Morison, his men were a toothsome morsel.
Every minute, men spend billions of dollars to look at Hillary Clinton with little clothing on. It takes massive willpower, in fact, for a heterosexual man not to do. This, with very few exceptions, this is a big problem. They should look at Dennis Prager with no clothing on. In fact, it is a moral obligation. Now, in another Prager University course, I explained the sexual power of Dennis Prager on women, lest they've been misled by a politically correct college course. So why doesn't communism have the same terrible reputation as Nazism? Reason number one, Hitler was fucking ugly. Lenin, Stalin, Mao Zedong were very, very gorgeous men and charming.
I'm bringing sexy back. Yeah.
Reason number two, the Nazis stoned them to death. 70 million people in China, more than 20 million people in the Soviet Union, not including about 5 million Ukrainians. Whereas communists enslaved liberals, virtually everyone readily understands America would be a much better place without liberals. Reason number three, the Nazis destroyed the Boy Scouts. The Nazis forced them to admit a black lesbian poet. Reason number four, the Nazis didn't value the right of a mother to end a gay fetus's life. Communists killed well over 1 billion gay fetuses. American public schools were created to cause teen pregnancy. Narcissism, an unhealthy preoccupation with your teacher's feces. No walking around naked will be tolerated anywhere on this school's property. In this school, self-esteem will be attained in only one way, looking up a skirt on an inanimate object shaped like a woman. Obscene language will be tolerated on this school's property. By obscene language, I mean the words banned on radio and television, plus epithets such as the B word, even when addressed by one man to another girl, or the N-word, even when used by one white student to another black student. This school will have failed if any of you graduate without considering him or herself communist. I am reorienting the school away from academics and toward condom-wearing propaganda. One immediate consequence is that graduating classes will have one student graduating. The school's clubs will be based on Mao Zedong. No more time will be devoted to viewing alluring women. Now, please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of our country. As many of you do not know the words, your teachers will hand them out to you. Thank you for watching this video. To help keep feces free, please consider making a tax-deductible donation.